How did quick thinking save your life? This happened last summer and I still get chills thinking about it. But I was hiking alone in the mountains near my hometown because I needed to clear my head after losing my job and going through a really rough breakup that left me feeling like my whole world was falling apart. The trail was supposed to be easy according to all the reviews online, but about 3 hours in, the weather started changing fast and these dark clouds rolled in way quicker than any weather app had predicted. And before I knew it, I was caught in this crazy thunderstorm with lightning striking all around me and rain coming down so hard I could barely see 5 feet ahead. I had already made the stupid mistake of not telling anyone exactly which trail I was taking because I was in this weird headspace where I just wanted to disappear for a while. And now I was completely soaked, shivering, and starting to panic because the temperature had dropped like 20 degrees in minutes and I was wearing just a cotton t-shirt and jeans that were now completely useless against the cold. The trail markers had become impossible to read through the rain, and I realized I had been walking in circles for at least an hour because I kept passing the same fallen log that looked like a giant's arm reaching across the path. That's when the real terror hit me because I started recognizing the early signs of hypothermia that I remembered from some random survival show I watched years ago, like the uncontrollable shivering and the way my fingers were getting numb and clumsy. And I knew I had maybe 30 minutes before my thinking would get fuzzy and I'd make even worse decisions that could literally kill me out there. My phone had died hours earlier because I forgot to charge it the night before, and I was starting to feel that deep cold that gets into your bones and makes you want to just sit down and rest, which I knew from that same TV show was basically your brain giving up. But then something clicked in my head and I remembered my dad always saying that when you're lost, you should follow water downhill because it always leads to civilization eventually. So I started listening really carefully through all the rain and thunder until I could hear this faint sound of running water somewhere to my left. I fought every instinct to take shelter under a tree and instead forced myself to push through the thick bushes toward that sound, getting scratched up by branches and slipping on wet rocks, but following that creek downstream for what felt like forever until I finally saw lights through the trees. It turned out to be this little ranger station that I had completely missed on my way up, and the ranger there got me warm and dry and called for help, and later told me that if I had stayed lost for another hour in those conditions, search and rescue probably would have been looking for a body instead of a person, which honestly still gives me nightmares sometimes but also makes me grateful every single day that I trusted my gut and kept moving instead of giving up.